been a minute since we last kicked. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often, but since recruiting isn't an option due to unusual rain and thunder, baby I wonder, would you just put your sweats on me? Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for ya. Let me lay a great time on ya. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them turn the lights down right now, put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark perfume. Go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you off. I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party.
Now, let me ask you something. With all the distractions that you have off the field, how are you able to keep focused on winning football games as you do and do throughout the year? When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Marketing come up with that for him. Those were his phrases that he came up with, that he believed in.
Just win. Play hard. Try not to make mistakes. But don't worry about mistakes because there's only one thing that counts. Just win. Just win. Coaches. The great games we played in, the flame that would burn brightest here is the will to win, is the will to win, is the will to win. Your commitment to excellence and your will to win will endure forever. You imagine.
Yo! Welcome to the SE Experience and Raider Twuan, man. We back again, the duo. You already know, man. 2 for 1, whatever you want to call it. We back, and we got a lot to talk about, Twuan, man. How you feeling today, man? How you feeling?
Hey, look. You guys already know. We'll get into it, though.
Hey, but most importantly, sorry for the little bit of a holdback. It's kind of my fault. I'm going to blame it on myself. I'm going to take accountability. I had to push it back a little. Was doing a few things, and I kind of a lot of the things that happen right now are a lot of my raw reaction. I don't know if Twuan's seen a lot of it either, but me, it's gonna be a raw reaction for me because I seen a couple, and it don't make sense to me. And like Twuan said, we seen this same thing before. We'll talk about it right now. Man. Let me give a shout out to everybody that's in here. Yeah, shout out to I should have got popcorn too. Shout out to Robert Pena in the building. What's good? Anthony Provincial. Salute. What the fuck are we trading with KC for? We gonna talk about it. Shout out to Raider Gabe in the building as well. Salute. Terrence in the building. Salute, fam. Salute to you as well. Hope all is well. Fair will end up like Brian Edwards and Leather. We got a 6 for someone I believe will barely or not all make the roster next year. We go talk about it. Let me just star all these because these are about what we're gonna talk about. Justin Curtis Bolton just made the yeah. We go talk about all this here. I'm gonna skip to the salutes and then we go back to all those comments. Shout out to Ray Love in the building. Charm City is also in the building. What's good, Charm City? Milka Beezy, salute, chat. Crazy week ahead of us. Facts. It is a crazy week ahead of us. Eric, we moved. Shout out to Ray Love, though. Shout out to Ray Love. What a move, SC. I know, even SC Experience made a move, man. I don't know. Does the roster have to be cut at 53 by 1 p.m. Pacific? Yes. The deadline is in 10 minutes. The deadline's in 10 minutes. So we're going to know the official roster in 10 minutes. At the end of the day, it's only business, and when it comes to below average players, take anywhere. To shout out to Dark. What's good, Dark? Good to see you. Hope all is well. We're also live on my channel and Raider Twuan's channel, so go hit that like button for both of us. Subscribe if you're new to either or. Let me see. Scrolling down to see. Shout out to Anthony Estrada in the building as well. Gord Peterson in the building as well. Let me see. Dirty's in the building. Life of the Nations up in the building as well. Let me see. All eyes on G in the building as well. Well, let's get straight into it. I think one of the most important things today, Twuan, is this right here. Chiefs traded a 6th-round draft pick to the Las Vegas Raiders for Neil Farrow Jr. Shout out to Julio Coolio. Twuan, how you feel about this trade, bro? How you feel about this trade?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be having my cell phone go off when I'm watching the movie. I've seen this movie before. Look, there's so many ways. There's so many things that we can run through our heads and try to, you know what I'm saying, try to understand what's going on. There's the one thing of maybe he wasn't showing them what they needed to see from him, you know what I'm saying, and they were just trying to get value, you know what I'm saying, from him. Now there's different perspectives, and I understand, and I feel all of them. I really do. I understand. Look, let's try to get some value out of the situation. If he really wasn't going to make the team, let's see what we can get out of him. But also, really, we out of all teams, you want to give him to the Chiefs, like a division rival. On top of that, you know what I'm saying? So that I don't know. But also at the same time, I said this, you know what I'm saying, in some private chats, is I feel like we need as many young able bodies that we have, you know what I'm saying, that we can get on this roster. It's not, we can't play around with any of the draft picks that we have on this team, you know what I'm saying? And for Neil Farrell, my just personal opinion, I felt like he just needed to get coached up a little bit and he would have been fine, you know what I'm saying? But to let go of him in halfway through cheap labor, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, I think we kind of let go of him a little too early to really figure out who he was going to end up being for our roster. And to get rid of a young body like that, and then to have these veterans, you know what I'm saying, pretty much be on our roster, it also, you know what I'm saying, and we'll look at the totality of this roster, but you know what I'm saying, just this kind of gives me like, maybe I need to keep my eye open on it. Did Ziegler really build this team? You know what I'm saying? If all we're gonna do is keep old people on the roster and ship our young bodies away, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Neil Farrell. I hope, I don't hope he does well because he's a division rival, but there's a possibility that he might actually get coached up. You know what I'm saying, and produce. You know what I'm saying. So, but I think we just let go of him a little too early. But it's the kind of wait and see situation right now.
it kind of confused me, right? Because
Mhm.
the last person I would have thought on the defensive line to get traded like this was Neil Farrell. The reason being is if you truly seen the preseason, he played a lot of his snaps at nose tackle, and he did a pretty good job. He was one of those standouts in multiple games in the preseason. So to me, it kind of like you said, it's kind of like the same movie. Last year, there was a lot of guys that did good and got cut or traded, and it just
Yeah.
don't make sense to me. And then the players they do keep, they end up failing. And I don't want that to happen again because I want to win, bro. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Tired of it. But we seen this thing, and I just don't know what they're. It's so hard to really predict what they're doing. Um, for me, I think it's not the fact that they traded him, right? Like you said, if they didn't feel like he was gonna make the roster, might as well get some value. But if you're gonna trade with a division, even a conference guy in your same division, you have to get more. You have to get more. Um, Especially as a rival. And this goes for any sport, right? The Dodgers ain't gonna trade their best player to the Giants for a can of paint. And even in soccer, I see it all the time. For all my soccer fans out there, just like me, uh,
Mhm.
even in the same league, they don't even trade for a can of paint. They try to finesse the hell out of the other team in order to get it. So that's where I have a problem with it is the fact that we got a 6 and he was a 4th rounder and it's a division rival. You just said, "Hey, here's a potential guy. Whatever, he was going to hardly make a roster. Good luck. Give us a penny." That's what I feel like they did and I don't like that. But what I do like is that I feel like it's that 6th round has some significance to it. And what I mean by it is that there's something brewing because there's no way you pull a move like this that it's like a little head scratcher and you
Mhm.
don't pull a trigger on something in the coming days. And hey, they like to do things behind the scenes, as you can see. So I'm not saying it's a guaranteed trade, but I am saying there's been a lot of rumors, and you don't pull a trade like this with the rival if you don't want to, you know, if you don't want to pull the trigger on somebody else, and it's
I
gonna be interesting, you know.
I agree with you with everything that you said. I think also at the same time there might be something about, you know what I'm saying, um Nesta, you know what I'm saying? They might really like Nesta um in that role. But I also even with that being said, I feel like, you know, when you're constructing a team, it can't just be a bunch of free agents. You know what I'm saying? Your team can't be built around a whole bunch of free agents. You're going to need, you know what I'm saying, that young, you know what I'm saying, core. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, having a Neil Farrell and having, you know what I'm saying, the young bodies in there, like we could get rid of some of these older guys that are on the roster and really have a solid core in our defensive line that we haven't had in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like to have the only old person on our line be Chandler Jones, you know what I'm saying, and have a bunch of young pups running around him on the D line, like that's, you know what I'm saying, a recipe for longevity, you know what I'm saying, of success. And to have, like, again, how long are we going to have Tillery? How long are we, I'm just throwing out names, old names that are on the D line. How long are we going to be able to have Adam Butler? How long are we going to have, you know what I'm saying, those guys? You got to have some young bodies in there. And I don't know if it's just me, but I've always been wanting a solid young defensive tackle in the middle of our defense. You know what I'm saying? Obviously under cheap labor because we're not paying a whole bunch of money for him. But if you're letting people like that go early before they even, you know what I'm saying, before that light clicks for them or whatever the situation is, I don't know. And again,
Mm,
to the division rival, like,
mm.
yeah,
To me,
I,
this is a second season. Like, give the guy like to a division rival is insane to me. To me,
yeah.
and I'm asking you the same thing. Out of 10, out of 10, right? Out of 10,
Mm.
a score of 10. How what would you give this trade like as far as good, right? For me personally, I give this a 6. I give this a 6. And it would only go up higher than actually I'll give it a 5. The only way it'll go higher is if they trade for somebody else with it. That's what do
It
you
it
think out of 10?
it has to be for me. It has to be a connection to something. For it to go up. I was gonna say 6 because I hate using 5 because that means I'm right in the middle. Um, but I give it a 6 only on the merit of you're getting some kind of value out of. I mean, we're all speculating that again, he was a guy that was going to get cut anyway. You know what I'm saying? If that's what they if that's really the scenario that he was going to get cut anyway, so it's just like we're going to get whatever we can get out of it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? They might have been even okay with getting a seventh. You know what I'm saying? Out of somebody that they were just going to let go anyway. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I
Mhm.
for some reason this one just doesn't sit right for me. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like
yeah.
I just feel uneasy about it. Not like I'm completely mad that he's gone. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm furious that this guy is gone, but
Oh yeah, no.
there's just something about this one for me. It just doesn't sit right.
For me, I think it's just the division rival part, and you didn't get too much for him. That's
Yeah.
that's what upsets me. But besides that, like I said, at the end of the day, I I think we could all agree when we say Nesta J. Severa was pretty damn good, and I liked what I've seen from him in practice, and not only in practice in the preseason. I like what I've seen from Jerry Tillery once again, um, and John Jenkins even the Butler, not Matthew Butler, Adam Butler,
Um.
and like I think we got still good depth. It just doesn't sit right with me. That's with the division rival to me. That's just what doesn't sit right to me. But um, apparently, there's a lot of news coming in one by one, and the 1 p.m. deadline is here. So hopefully the roster gets released soon. But as of right now, these are the people that we know are cut and brought into the team so far. Which actually, I guess you could say my predictions were kind of right with all these things because I mean if you guys didn't see my live yesterday, I did have a slide where it says don't be surprised if these guys make it, and some of the guys that made it so far are the guys that I put on that list. Like Amik Robertson has made the roster officially. That's what is being announced. That's one that's been very controversial. Um,
mm,
Everybody knows what side I'm on, but I don't want to get into all that. But at the end of the day, when you look, I told you guys even yesterday. You guys could go back to the live if you guys didn't watch it. I said, don't be surprised if he makes it over people like David Long Jr., bro. Like, don't be surprised at all. I even said it, and that's exactly what happened. It looks like it, right? We still don't know the other cornerback room. We don't know if they kept 6. We don't know if they kept 5. We don't know if they kept 4. We don't know if they kept 7. But it's it's a matter of time. It's already won, so we just gotta wait till they release the official. It's scary, but so far, it looks like Amik Robertson has made the 53. It looks like Curtis Bolton has made the 53. They cut George Tarlas. They also cut, and we're talking about these are the two that surprised me, and I want to hear your take on it, Twan.
Okay.
Sam Webb cut. Well, actually, it doesn't surprise me that Sam Webb was cut. I knew he wasn't gonna make the 53, but I thought he's gonna make the practice squad, which there's still time to bring him in the practice squad. But
Mm,
the one that surprised me personally, because I seen a lot from him, and he played pretty damn good when you really look at the stat sheet and when you look at him play in certain plays, and how thin we are. But it kind of shows that they might bring in people in that position. Is Drake Thomas the linebacker is cut? How do you feel about Thomas cut, man?
I I said it about, you know what I'm saying, our linebacking group, and I felt like, if it came down to Curtis Bolton or Drake Thomas, they were going to lean. And this goes to what I've always been saying is that this organization leans towards their vets. You know what I'm saying? And Bolton is a vet. You know what I'm saying? So um obviously, I think that's what happened is they had to make a decision between Drake Thomas and Bolton, and they leaned towards the vet.
Mhm. I feel that, and
It's a trend that I'm starting to see, and that's why I say it.
and also I didn't say these guys' names because we knew they were gonna get cut, obviously. But Azazi Hearn cut 48. Everybody knows 48. Uh,
Yeah.
he cut, and then Jaquan Johnson. I knew he was gonna be cut. So for me, so far, I'm like, I don't think I've been wrong. I've been wrong about Drake Thomas, and that's it. So technically speaking, so I'm cool with it. I'm cool with being wrong with one. I'm cool with being wrong with one. But with Thomas being cut, it must mean Bernie is staying. That's what does it. If Bernie makes it, I'm gonna be very confused because I did not like what I seen for Bernie, man, at all. For me personally, actually, there was glimpses of good, but then like there was really bad. There was really
But
bad. Mhm.
he's gonna make the team, dog, and
Yeah.
it's because of where he was drafted. That and I said this in one of my other videos is like, you know, when you draft someone that high, they're not going to, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to, they're gonna want to keep him around.
Mhm.
Because you okay, you let Neil Farrell go.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That was a draft pick. You know what I'm saying? And then you cut another draft pick.
Mhm.
Like your boss is gonna look at you like, what is you doing? Like these draft picks are supposed to stay here. These draft picks are supposed to hit.
Right.
So to draft him and then cut him like that, yeah, I don't
Mhm.
think that's gonna happen.
Uh, for me right now, I'm trying to get all the updates, so that's why I'm just like
Yeah,
trying to find it right now.
but yeah,
But yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just trying to,
Mhm.
but yeah, that's it. They now if he was like a seventh pick, seventh round, like if it was like a Nessa Jade situation, not saying Nessa Jade's talent, but someone like a seventh round pick, yeah, they probably could walk out the door. But where Bernie was drafted, you're expecting for that person to be on the roster,
Mhm.
especially the
Uh,
first year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not going to draft him and then get rid of him. Like that's a red flag for anybody to, you know what I'm saying, mark against the GM.
and shout out to everybody that's in here. Raider Chaos joining us. Hopefully, I didn't miss anybody. If I did, I'm so sorry. We the people in the building as well. Raider Resistance in the building was good. North Cal Raider Jesse up in the building as well was good. Good to see everybody in here, man. And I see a lot of controversy in the chat, and I think this roster is gonna really. We're gonna have something to talk about for the next days until the season starts, man. I'm gonna tell you that there's gonna be a lot of debates. So go subscribe to all of us because there's gonna be a lot of debates. There's gonna be a lot of debates. It's going. I promise you guys, there's gonna be a lot of debates across the community. Shout out to Sebastian Gonzalez. Um, yeah, for me, and I put Raider cut so far, not defensive. I'm gonna put all combined so far, and this one is on the offensive side of the ball. Let me see. Let me go back to it. They released Damian Williams. They cut Damian Williams, which I knew was gonna be obvious because even though he did good, I thought they were gonna cut him either way.
That,
Philip Dorsett didn't sit right with me, and this is the reason why. Philip Dorsett and like Twan likes to say, we've seen the same movie before, and I want to see if you guys in the chat and even Twan knows what I'm talking about when I say this, and I'm gonna give you guys a hint, and you guys just say who I'm talking about. We've seen the same movie before in this Philip Dorsett cut. We had a receiver last year that played pretty damn good, and we released them for other receivers that didn't play pretty damn good for us. And this receiver went on to another team and did really good and even was catching touchdown passes in the playoffs for his significant team. Now, who does that remind you of with this Philip Dorsett cut? That's the question for everybody. Let me know who I'm talking about. This is the receiver from last year that we cut, and he left the team and he went to another team. He went into the playoffs, I'm not saying a free agent. I'm not saying a free agent. He was on our team in the practice and in preseason. He played pretty good, and then got cut when it came to roster cuts. And
I'll give you guys a hint. It was a guy that I actually wanted to be on the roster, and I was pounding the table for this guy when people were like, nah.
one person got it right.
Yep.
One person so far got it right. It doesn't have to do with free agency. Zay Jones was a free agent already. He was a free
Yeah.
agent and he got taken. He doesn't count. It was a guy that was on our team and got cut. One person really got it right so far.
You want me to give them another hint?
Yeah, go ahead.
It actually is tied with the most recent trade.
This game is funny.
It has it. There's a
Or was it 2
connection.
years ago? Am I tripping? No, it was last year. Right?
There's a connection to the most recent trade with Neil Farrell.
Oh yeah. That's a good one. Thinking about it now. Yep, there we go. I mean, Terry practically said those who are saying Robinson is correct. DeMarcus Robinson, not Tyrell Williams didn't even do anything after he left. But DeMarcus Robinson, that kind of reminds me of this Philip Dorsett one, because to me, Philip Dorsett was a very highlight of this team. Besides Wilkerson, Philip Dorsett was pretty damn good. He was like a better Trey Tucker, veteran, speedy, and could catch. Me personally, that's who that was.
Yeah, I had him. Unfortunately, I had him gone already. I called that, and I was getting killed in Dirty's live the other night when I said, Dorsett was walking out the door, and we it. And the reason why I said it was because he's speedy. Yeah, he's he's been in this system. It works for that situation. But when you're looking at the bodies, we got 3 receivers that are just like Dorsett.
There is.
You know what I'm saying? You got 3 of the same. You got Trey Tucker, you got DeAndre Carter and Dorsett. That's way too many of that size on the roster. You know what I'm
saying? We can only speculate right now, Circus, and even Twuan's favorite player, Keisha Cole, might even make it just because of that cut. So we go.
Oh hell
we
no.
We go see what happens with the official roster. It hasn't came out yet. Just some of the cuts came out. And another thing that's just happened. A lot of other teams are waiving people too. And there's a lot of good players out there getting waived that are actually surprising me. And we'll talk about it once we get more news about it. But one guy that just got cut that I'm kind of laughing about, because I remember a lot of Raider fans were calling this guy, oh my God, if we trade for him, he's going to be a really good backup for us. Sitting behind Carr, whoever, is going to look good, blah, blah, blah. Y'all remember Bailey Zappi? He just got waived. Y'all remember Bailey Zappi? Everybody remembers Bailey Zappi.
Ain't that the Patriot dude?
Yeah, he got waived by the Patriot.
Oh, there might be a chance for Hoyer. Let's get Hoyer out of here. What? Hey, can we trade Hoyer back to the Patriots for a 7th rounder? I'm just saying.
That boy Bailey Zappi got waived.
I'm just saying. Can we trade Hoyer for a 7th round? Because that's about all we're gonna get.
Let me see what other news there is. Jonathan Taylor is on the PUP list, so all you all you fantasy guys out there, that Ravens are releasing David Sharp, which I think is a decent tackle. I'm just trying to name some people right now. Trey Sermon gone. Uh
David
oh,
Sharp used to play for us.
oh yeah, he did. He did. And I forgot about this. Actually, Keelan Cole's not gonna make it. He got released 2 hours ago. As a
What?
senior. Yeah.
What?
Ian Rappaport said it. The Raiders have released wide receivers Keelan Cole and Philip Dorsett. Source said that both veterans could be back on the practice squad. I know Twuan had. I'm happy as hell too, bro. I'm glad. I'm glad.
Hey, we can end this live right now. I'm just saying, like I'm what bye, Keisha. Bye.
Yeah, Ian Rappaport said it 2 hours ago. I didn't even notice. They said it.
Bye, Keisha. Oh my god, I gotta do a get ready. I'm about to do a short after this live.
Shout out to Pizzle. What's good, Pizzle? Shout out to everybody in here, man. We got 35 plus in here. If you guys
Get
can't hit
ready
that like
for the
button.
short. I'm about to do a short.
Now I'm waiting on Teamer to be gone. All we need is Teamer gone. And all we need.
And can we get the trifecta? You know what I'm saying? You know, Keisha Cole out of here, Teamer. You know what I'm saying? I forgot who was the other guy. There was 3 people that I didn't want on this team.
Brandon Bolden?
Yeah, Bolden.
If Bolden gets released, we hit the trifecta. I'm telling you.
Hey, look, it's Christmas if Brandon Bolden get, you know what I'm saying? Christmas came hella early. Keisha Cole is out of here.
The one thing about this team, man, it shows that they don't give a fuck if you're a rookie or not, man. That's a guarantee. They don't care. They don't care if they. Let me see if I got anything else as far as news goes. No, there's no. So far, no. We're just waiting. We're just waiting. It's just the wait.
Don't play with me. Is Keisha really gone?
That's what Ian Rappaport said. It's on Ian Rappaport. Just scroll down on Ian Rappaport on Twitter. On X. I'm sorry. Before everybody comes after me, on X. On X.
Hey, look, I'm still calling it Twitter. I don't care. I'm calling it X. You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
It sounds like, you know, one of those sites, if you know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
X. Hey, guys, go look at X. What do you mean X? What the fuck? Oh, right there, Twuan. Look at you. Right there, right there. Let me zoom in for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I might do a live on that. Forget a whole live to buy Keisha.
Teammate can barely play special teams. Meek can actually play above that. He said, old news. He said Cole has been gone for 2 hours now. I get it, y'all. Y'all been scrolling all day on social media. I haven't. I'm sorry that I was actually doing something, yo. This is the first time I'm hearing about this. Leave me alone.
So he might be back on the practice squad. I'll be somewhat nice to him, but I'm glad that he didn't earn a solid 53 roster spot. But hey, but to be honest with you, that's what, and that's the other thing was, you know, talking about who's getting cut and stuff like that. You know, we were talking about the Cowboys game and how, you know, oh, those are the guys that are going to get cut. They ain't going to make the team. Yeah, they ain't going to make the team. But guess what? They may be on the practice squad, or they may get called up, you know what I'm saying, somewhere down the line, because they, in most cases, when they call for a body to come in, it's going to be someone that has already been in camp with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so some of those missed tackles, we might mess around and see that somewhere down the line. And Keisha Cole, right, you know what I'm saying, doing that in special teams.
I'm trying to get all the updates right now. I'm just trying to see this 53-man roster, man. I'm trying to see it, the official one. This is gonna be interesting, man. This is gonna be interesting. Very interesting. Let me see.
Man, but I can't believe I was getting chewed out for Dorsett. for him to get his walking papers. And I think Cam Sims is still on the team.
Not sure. The roster hasn't came out yet. I'm just trying to find it.
We haven't said that we haven't heard that he got cut, right?
No. So far, there's still 70 people on the squad as of right now. 71, 70 people. So still got to be cut. That's a 53. So we still need 23. Gabe says Cam Sims is cut.
Okay.
I think what's his
Wilkerson?
name? I would think somebody like Wilkerson makes it, bro. I think his performance is too hard to look past. You feel me? And his hands, you can't see. There's one thing about the hands, right? In hands, it don't matter in preseason if you're going against third string, fourth string, fifth string guys. Your hands are your hands. If you catch them footballs like it's nothing in difficult positions and you make it look easy, you could do that against anybody because at the end of the day, that's a catch. It doesn't matter if it's against first, second, third string, fourth string guys. A catch is a catch, right? So, hey, he might make it. His hands were pretty damn good. Our coaching staff is looking stupid. Damn.
And sorry. For our quarterbacks to be comfortable with Wilkerson, you know what I'm saying? We saw Wilkerson catch passes from pretty much all of our quarterbacks that were in during preseason. So obviously there was something, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, and we seen that he was a favorite target for, you know what I'm saying, O'Connell. You know what I'm saying? So there's something there. And I think that's another reason why he's on the roster.
Well, the Patriots just for all the fantasy people out there, the Patriots traded their kicker to the Titans. So there goes Nick Folk to the Titans. A kicker trade. I'm trying to see what else there is. Just give me the Ross. I'm just like scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and.
Shout out to everybody that's out there. You know what I'm saying? We are simulcasting on both channels, SC Experience and Raider Twuan. Take a second to please like both, you know what I'm saying, both videos. And if you have not, you know what I'm saying, subscribe to both channels too.
Fact. Nothing else has appeared.
Keisha is out of here.
Rare Nation for life. What it do to all? Much love and respect to y'all. Salute to you. Cam Sims would be a matchup nightmare in the red zone. He would. Actually, he would. He would. Tall as shit. Wilkerson is a thick receiver and would fill in for Adams. No, I don't want to say. Wilkerson got favoritism being from New England.
That part.
And what did I say yesterday? I said, don't be surprised if there's Patriot favoritism on this team, bro.
Name that Patriot.
Name that Patriot. Shout out to Razor Raider, just subbed up. I appreciate that, man. We appreciate that. I cannot. It's like one of those days where it's like, just keep refreshing. Shout out to Angel. What's good, Eric? Twuan, lots going on. Still waiting for the final roster. Salute to you and the Raider Nation family. Salute to you as well, Angel. I appreciate you stopping on by, brother. It means a lot. Shout out to B Raider also in the building. Facts. Hey, but I'm excited. The season's right around the corner, man. It's gonna be a good one. It's an exciting one. Like I said, I believe it's 12 days. 12 days. Yeah, 12 days.
Yeah.
12 days till thing. And shout out to it's not favoritism when you put in the work and show you deserve that spot. I disagree there. There's a lot of ex-Patriot members on here that don't deserve a spot, in my opinion, but they're gonna most likely make it. So, yeah. But obviously, so far, the ones that have been made it, like Curtis Bolton and Meek Robertson, I'm not surprised at all. I had Curtis Bolton on my 53, and Meek was one of those guys that I had on my list of don't be surprised if he makes it over people like Long Jr. and stuff. And that's exactly what it looks like happening. And yeah, you just can't. for me personally, I think when I made my 53-man prediction, I based it on what I would do. I feel like I didn't base it on what they would do. If I should have done two separate ones. I should have done one of what I would do and what they would do. And look, two completely opposites. Um, for them, of course, it kind of looks like I, I can't really detect what they're trying to do because they released some people that I didn't really, agree with, and they kept some people that kind of were like on the gray area of things, right?
I think that's
Um,
I think that's another reason why you were saying like the whole Dorset situation, like that so looks like, you know what I'm saying? That so looks like them. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to say it looks so patriotish, but it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's why a lot of people were really like stuck on having Dorset was because he has that patriot line. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, I wouldn't want three, you know what I'm saying, micro mini wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? You need some variety in there.
mhm,
I think the tallest wide receiver we got is DA.
mhm. Let me see
I,
what
I,
he
I
is.
mean, because how tall is Jacoby?
5'11". Let me see. He is. Oh, he's 6'2". Oh shit,
Okay.
he's actually pretty tall. I didn't think he was too tall.
Okay.
He says, did Dorset do more than Wilkerson? In preseason, no. But if we're basing it between Dorset and Wilkerson, then Wilkerson played more snaps than Dorset. A lot more snaps. So you can make the most of that. Philip Dorset averaged more yards per reception than Wilkerson in the preseason and played less. So you can make the most of it. But um I'm not saying Wilkerson doesn't deserve a spot. I'm just saying Patriot favoritism in the whole team is noticeable. And like the Brandon Boldens if he makes it, right? The oh my god, I had the names I blanked out right now. There's other names on there. And
I'm
we'll see
sorry.
what happens.
I'm sorry. I was looking at my boo. Hi, boo.
I'm going through the comments right now trying to catch up. Not happening. He got a turn in the building. Makes sense why he didn't make the team. He also had Mighty Mouse on the squad. Wilkerson earned his spot on the team with play, not favoritism. They drafted Tucker and had to sacrifice Dorsett. Still taking Cam Sims over Wilkerson. 6'2". Cam Sims don't need to be open to be open. Oh, I get you by that because he's tall as shit. Do you think
Yeah.
Masterson makes the team? People are saying he's slow in coverage. Yeah. You think he makes the team?
Who we gonna put there? I, and that's what I've been saying with these linebackers. It's like, look, okay. After you get rid, after Butler got hurt and Drake Thomas got released, who's left? Like, I understand, like we can go get somebody else, you know what I'm saying, after all of this, but the initial, like, this is our 53 kind of situation. Who's left at linebacker? So again, Masterson, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he's a complete bum, but he's gonna make the team by default because we ain't got any other talent after that. So we're in a tough situation, yo.
Facts. And there's still no updates. What the 1 p.m. deadline, bro, was like 29 minutes ago, bro. I'm just trying to.
But yeah, Masterson's gonna make it because Masterson's the next what?
Shout out to Arkham.
If we did the linebackers right, it'd be Spillane, Diablo. Who would you put after that? Who would be the next linebacker if one of those guys went down? Would you be trying out Bernie, or would you put Masterson out there? Because those are the two. Those are I feel like those are the next two. And then you have Curtis Bolton. So, like, yeah, there's not that many linebackers to even select from what we have. You know what I'm saying? That was in our, in our camp.
He says so. Wilkerson's TD with Tota. Gabe, nobody's arguing that Wilkerson doesn't. I think you and Dirty kind of confused on what we're trying to say. Nope. I don't think anybody in the comments or us is arguing that Wilkerson doesn't deserve it. So I don't.
I said Wilkerson was gonna, he was gonna beat Keisha out and all them, like, So for him to get to the 53, I see it. I see it.
It's a fact. Actually, let me see. Hold on. Dirty says at 2 p.m. At 2 p.m. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. So like in 30 minutes. So we gotta wait 30 minutes. Masterson got poor closing speed. Yeah, he does. But at the end of the day, I think the two starting inside linebackers would be Diablo and Spillane, right? That's what if they run with two linebackers, it would be them two. I would think so. I need a red zone threat, and Cam Sims is more of a red zone threat than Wilkerson. Oh, so there is people debating now. Okay, I thought you were debating us or something. Cam Sims in the red zone with Adams is a nightmare. It's gonna be interesting, right? For me, whichever makes it out of them, I like all of them. I like all of them. Who would I prefer? I mean, it depends how you look at it, right? Eh, do you want to go for production or do you want to go for size, right? That's practically what it comes down to. That's how are they gonna go?
And also those last wide receiver spots are definitely special teams. So did they value, you know what I'm saying? Did they value Wilkerson's special team play too? You know what I'm saying? Over Sims.
He was in special teams. Yep, you're right.
So that's the other thing that you kind of have to factor in.
I like them both. I want more a big boy wide receiver. I wasn't high, but in Wilkerson, but we came out of nowhere and took two spots away. I was explaining to we the people. Yeah, I got that, Gabe. I got that, Gabe. I just had to catch up to the chat. Folks are feisty about being right today. That's all you see in the comment sections today. Yeah, a lot of people are like, "I'm right." Oh no, I'm right. Oh. At the end of the day, bro, I could go. Oh my God, the depressed Raider fan is back. What's good, depressed? It's been a while. People really care about who takes the fifth wide receiver spot. Is crazy to me. Hey, it's funny, man. I like to see this. I don't know about you. I just like the debates. I don't know. I just love what people think of different people. At the end of the day, either all of this is gonna work or all of this is gonna fail again, and it's either.
That's the same thing I was saying about Drake Thomas. Like people were gang banging over Drake Thomas, and it's like, dude, like we talking about how players above Drake Thomas ain't really good as we expected. We talking about Masterson and them like not being playing well, and here we are gang banging over some guy that is going to be the bottom of the barrel when it comes to the linebacking group.
For me, I've been wrong. I think I was wrong about like one or two people so far. The rest right, but at the end of the day, I think I could pinpoint on a lot of people's takes on who got wrong and who that. But you know me,
Yeah.
I'm not everybody was wrong at some point. You feel me? Nobody was right 100%, and I could guarantee that. I could put money on that. But at the end of the day, I think there's no right or wrong answer when it comes to these positions because at the end of the day, these guys are all depth. I don't think uh I don't think anything is how do I say this? Like how do I say this? I don't think any of these guys might not be starters. I don't know who would be a potential starter. He said crazy. I haven't been wrong yet. Dirty. If Shelly's above a Meek in the depth chart, you're wrong. I'm just letting you know because I seen your live yesterday, and if Shelly is above a Meek, you're wrong. So you better hope that don't happen. You better hope that don't happen. If Shelly's above a Meek, you can't say nothing. All these kickers got traded. Let's take a moment to appreciate the Iceman Daniel Carlson. I know, right? Daniel
Hey,
Carlson, money making Carlson.
have we got any reports on the tight ends? Because that's another one. I think Dirty said he got Fotheringham. You know what I'm saying? Like Horsted might make it, and then there go another one. So let's see how it plays out.
Yo, young cat be falling in love with players. Yeah, I think I think some people fall in love with players and other people don't fall in love with players, and I think that's what divides a lot. I mean, that was the whole thing with Carr, right? I mean, I think that was a lot of people didn't want to release him and stuff like that and stuff like that. For me, you know me, I defended the guy, but you can only do so much. And once he's gone because we got a new quarterback. You feel me? We got Jimmy Garoppolo, and I believe in Jimmy, man. Jimmy, the P star Garoppolo. This is a receiver league. Fifth, sixth receiver, they're all important. Case and point. DeAndre Carter was sixth, seventh receiver on the Chargers. That still played a huge role last year. I like DeAndre Carter. I want DeAndre Carter. I hope we keep him. I hope he makes it, man. He's somebody that could kick return, punt return, and play the slot. Why wouldn't you want this guy? You feel me? Everyone called me a hater, even those who hate. I love Jimmy G. He's Himmy G. What the fuck? Yo. Hey, I hope so.
We ain't got no choice because that behind that is some tough sledding.
Yeah, hey, facts. Does falling in love with players mean still hating on players that, you know, I don't want to get into all that because then it's gonna be a huge debate and it's gonna open up the hell fence like the fences. I'm not gonna do that. All I'm gonna say, is that there's a lot of people that how do I say it? That hate a dude so much that they still talk about the dude and then complain why other people are talking about the dude. That's where I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it there. Everywhere I look, it's like comparing our new players to our old players every other day, and then get mad when other people bring up the same player. And then, yeah, I'm not gonna get into all that though. Carl go in midseason form already. Yeah, 62-yarder. That that shit is crazy.
Hey,
Uh,
Carlson's the truth, man. I look,
he is.
we got another one. I I think there's I hate to say it, but I think there's just certain teams that
Mhm.
like they specialize in certain you know players, and I think the Raiders are one of those organizations that like we're known for our kickers. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy that we have so many, Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, you know what I'm saying, special team guys.
I'm trying to see what's going on. Still nothing. Salute, Erick and Twuan was good, was good. We have a rich history in kickers, man. We've always been good with kickers, man, and punters. It's been crazy. Carlson went from being a bust to a stud. Carlson was the one that missed that playoff kick, right, for the Vikings. That was him, right? Yeah, he went from being most hated in Minnesota to a distance record this season, Terrence. I would not doubt it, bro. I would not doubt it at all. Shout out to Chile in the building as well. Shout out to EJ Raider in the building as well.
EJ.
Shout out to everybody that's joining us, man. If you guys can't hit that like button, we're also simulcasting on both my channel and Twuan's channel.
Sorry, boo. I can't help it. I love tight ends.
I hope they give Carlson a chance to break it. I think they will. Don't buy his jersey. It's a jinx. Yeah, we just gotta wait 20 minutes apparently, or just waiting. Robbie Anderson has been released by the Dolphins. Robbie Anderson, the guy that was good for Carolina and then got bounced around, like he was like a blunt or something.
But I think they're deep at wide receiver. They got you know what I'm saying, Waddle and all them guys over there, right?
Yeah, they got a force over there, bro. They got what I like to call the new Legion of Zoom because they're quick as fuck. They're quick. They got hands and they can route, bro. That and they also just got Cedric Wilson from the Cowboys, so that just made their wide receiver core. That's a team to really look at. It's just a quarterback situation. You feel me? That's all. If I'm not mistaken. We played them this year. hmm That's gonna be an interesting one, right? To see how our corners hold up against the fastest fucking players in the fucking league.
Not the way they was playing against the Cowboys. God.
Oh yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Rest in peace to JT fantasy owners. That's why I did not get Jonathan Taylor. Which actually, shout out to whose league was it? I think it was Gravy's league. I think one of his leagues or something.
Yeah.
That's my first fantasy draft of this year so far. Not gonna lie, I like my team, man. My team is pretty good. I got Justin Fields. You feel me? I feel like it's a come up season from him. You feel me? Um, Devontae Adams. I have to get that Raider player Devontae. You feel me? Devontae Adams gonna eat. You feel me? I got Devontae Smith. You feel me? I have Damian Pierce. I got my fat dark horse Ezekiel Elliott. You feel me? That's what I call him, the fat dark horse right there. Um, Kyle Pitts, you feel me? DeAndre Hopkins, Jordan Addison, Oh my, watch when I smoke you, bro. Watch when my team smokes your team. And then we're gonna talk about reach. We're gonna talk about reach. We're gonna talk about reach when Devontae Adams puts up 50 points on your ass. And then we gonna talk about reach when he puts 50 points on your ass. Yeah. I use my moss. Oh wait, we have a super chat. My bad. Shout out to Auntie Six Soldier in the building. Nesta is going to make the 53. Let's go. I'm excited for Nesta. I like Nesta a lot. I said Nesta.
Nesta was one of my favorite. Well, actually, I said is my favorite. Out of the draft picks. Not saying that I felt like he was the best player. You know what I'm saying? But it's just something about Nesta. But I'm glad that he is carving out a spot for himself. And hopefully we can keep, again, these young bodies, you know what I'm saying, and coach them up and allow them to grow.
Facts. And Terrence, I do not suck at fantasy, okay? Look, if y'all don't know what happened last year, okay, I was in a league with Dirty, right? And it was a bunch of us, right? Content creators and stuff like that, and people in the chat as well. Okay, this is what happened for everybody that didn't know. Everybody that was on my team was injured, bro. I traded for Gabe's person. I forgot who it was. I traded for Gabe's player the same week he got injured. A day later, he got injured. I literally was like the jinx of all them players, bro. They all got injured. Who else? Tua Tagovailoa was dropping so much points. I was smoking everybody and then got injured. Carson Wentz was actually doing pretty good. Got injured. Everybody was just getting fucking injured. It was Matthew Stafford. I traded for Matthew Stafford. He got injured the same week. I swear to God, I was a jinx last season, bro.
It'd be like that.
I was a fucking jinx, bro.
It'd be like that.
But it's redemption season. I'm in 2 fantasy leagues. One, of course, with Gravy, and I think Gabe's in there, Omar's in there, I think Twuan's even in there. And then I'm also in Nothing But Raiders podcast, which is Spotlight. If you guys don't know, I'm in his, and his doesn't start till next week. So that's another one I'm in. But best believe I'm coming for redemption. All my fantasies, bro. I'm winning everything. Fuck all that. It's redemption season. It's get back season. David Long Jr. has apparently made the roster. Just you know what? I'm not gonna. I'm not. You said
Look,
apparently. You said apparently, so I'm not gonna budge. But if he did make the roster, I'm about to walk out here to the kitchen, because at that point, if David Long and Amik made it over Shelly, me personally, I'm about to just go throw Chuck the fucking yeah.
I ate a whole bag of popcorn, and if that's really the case, I'm walking to my microwave and popping another bag because the movie's not over. That
No, Amik made the roster. Omar, Amik made the roster. Long and Amik apparently made the roster, both of them. So they both. So that means either Shelly's gone, or, which doesn't make sense to me, because personally, I think Amik is gonna be utilized a lot in the nickel. I don't know about you. I think he'll be utilized a lot in the slot to help back up Nate Hobbs. So you need an outside corner. And to me, let's be honest, Duke Shelley was a better outside corner than David Long Jr. Let's just throw that out there already. And there's no way. I don't know, but I'm about to walk out this room, and I'm gonna let Quan take over, and I'm about to go to the kitchen and fucking
right,
find some shit.
right.
He said, I mean, someone gotta tell you since Sean ain't here. Sean Johnson, the stat guru.
Hey,
Unless they
look,
keep it 7 DBs, they could. They could.
what?
You think 7 DBs, bro?
7 DBs.
Mhm.
You,
You think
you
7
talking about?
DBs? You think they keep? Oh, he did make the 53 roster. David Long Jr. made the 53. Well, that's interesting, right? Yeah. That. Uh, technically, I was right. I had him on my 53-man roster, so technically, I was right. But I just did. I didn't.
How,
actually think he was gonna have
Sway?
it.
How?
I actually didn't think he was gonna make it like that.
How, Sway?
But that just shows you they went based on the first two performances, bro. And I was typing that to you and Dirty yesterday night, bro, when you guys were making the show. I told you guys are listening to the Cowboys game. I'm listening to the whole preseason, and I'm telling you, when you look at the stats and you look at the coverage, they did good the first two games, and they played first and second stringers in the first two games. That's what they're going based on. I'm telling you, that's what they're going based on.
Okay, if that's really what they did, great. But you're telling me that the fundamentals that we saw that he wasn't executing, we're allowing that to be on the field? I don't care who's to your left or to your right. You know what I'm saying? Like, do your job. And he did not do that. And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dirty last night. Like me, we were going over that same, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was the Cowboys game, but the stuff that we were pointing out was basic, fundamental, do your job discipline. And whether you're a starter or not, or you're a vet, so that's unacceptable, regardless. And we need to stop. We need to stop allowing certain things like this on our roster. And then we wonder why in week 15 we're bottoming out. Because someone gets hurt and David Long comes in there and he's doing shit like we did in the Cowboy game. Excuse my language. Like, this is horrible.
That's what they're doing, man. Yo. I knew they were gonna do it, bro. That's why I was telling y'all. Like, I was just thinking of it from their standpoint, and I think like you said, we seen the same movie again, bro. And that's why I said what I said, bro. Because it's the same movie, bro. We seen this. They keep accepting mediocrity when it comes to different things. It's been obvious. It's been every year practically that we accept certain things, and it sucks, because it's like, damn. But when you really look at it, you have to look at it from a standpoint of them, right? As far as they're gonna take everything into uh, every little thing into account. That means training camp. That means OTAs. That means preseason. And right now, I think a lot of us are basing it just based on the preseason, and that you got to think of the training camp, the news we were hearing. People like Shelly were always on the list of good. You've seen people like even Amik are always on the list of good. You've seen David Long Jr. a couple times in the list of good. And to me, I think they took everything into account. I don't I think the Cowboys game saved a couple people like Wilkerson, like that Wilkerson performance, like was like, oh, okay, we're gonna bring you. But in other performances, like David Long Jr.'s and Shelley's, and let's be honest, the whole secondary was ass against the Cowboys, bro. If we're really talking about it, uh, every single corner allowed a 85 plus QBR rating when targeted, which is pretty bad for a corner. Every single corner out there. That means everywhere from Shelly to Long to Amik to all of them. They all played horrible against the Cowboys. And you guys could go look it up yourselves if you guys don't believe me or you guys think I'm just saying whatever. And you guys could go look at the full 22 film yourself and really look play by play. And you'll see that there was no pressure. The secondary was out of sync. They looked like they looked like they didn't want to be out there, first of all. They looked like they had no energy out there. And you seen it. So to me, I think even Josh McDaniels said, I don't give a fuck about the Cowboys game. We're gonna base it on the other things. Like that's practically what they said, because the same team we seen against the Cowboys was not the same team we seen against the Rams, was not the same team we seen, and it was the same players playing. So I think they just didn't give a fuck about Cowboys. Me personally, since the moment they snapped the ball, the energy wasn't out there, and that's why I didn't take too much out the Cowboys game. I only took like certain people like Wilkerson saving his ass and certain things like that. But besides that, I think they said I personally I think they had a I don't give a fuck mentality in the Cowboys game. That's just my opinion there. Hopefully we can get a corner and linebacker off waivers. That's what I think might happen though. I think they might get people from waivers, and I think that's what that's what's gonna happen. There might be a trade, maybe. I'm not gonna say guaranteed, and let me rephrase that again. So for everybody that says, "Oh, Eric is saying there's gonna be a trade," no, I'm saying there could be a potential trade maybe coming in the next few days or week. Raiders definitely getting players off of waivers tomorrow. Yeah,
And this is a vet. I hate saying I sound like a broken record, but this is a vet that we paid to come in to help our defense. And you guys are telling me that he was doing so well in practice for us to see this when the lights came on, when things actually, and I know this is preseason, but when the lights come on, that's when it matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand practice, practice is supposed to show you what you're supposed to see on the field, but there's certain players that are all-stars in practice that look like, you know what I'm saying, practice squad players when the lights come on. And that's what David Long looked like. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we've been reading all these reports and the beat writers and everybody else, and I don't care because they ain't subscribing to me anyway, so whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we got these beat writers gaslighting us about this defense dominating, and what did we see? Did we dominate? Answer that. And I know everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, the Niners, yeah, the Niners." The overall
facts. And shout out to Panda YT in the building. What's good, Panda? So apparently Wilkerson made the 53. Wilkerson. Congrats, Wilkerson. Good to see you. You played good. Wilkerson out there made the 53-man roster. It looks like the Raiders are interested in Desmond King. If you guys don't know who Desmond King is, he was a slot corner for, I believe it was the Chargers when they had that really good defense with like Casey Hayward and all of them. He was on that team. They're interested in him. But yeah, and people are saying, does that mean Amik is out? No, Amik made the 53 as well, apparently. So far, as we know in the cornerback room, Amik made it, and Sam Webb got cut, and also David Long Jr. made it. So those two have made it. Sam Webb has been cut. Azazi Hearn, which is number 48, got cut too. Um, so we go see. He says Desmond King over Amik. He's short, but he's a dog. Desmond King is a veteran. You know, he's got that playoff experience as well. We go see what happens there with Desmond King if they even get him right. Nicholas Morrow is somebody else that got released from another team. We all familiar with Nicholas Morrow. Uh, I'm cool with them taking Nicholas Morrow. Look at Nicholas Morrow. We're very thin at that linebacker position, man, and I just wonder what they're cooking up. That's what I wonder, right? I'm still trying to see what's happening. Mm, yeah, I don't see anything else. Mm. Oh shit, Darren Waller's a Giants captain? What the fuck? Damn, Darren Waller is the New York Giants captain. That's crazy. That's crazy. Desmond and Peters, oh that shit. I would have kept Webb over David Long. Did David even play? Yeah, he did. Sometimes this team makes me question if I am in a coma or not. Oh, y'all funny, bro. Y'all are dumb. Oh shit. Waller truck. Oh my god, with plum juice.
For real.
But yeah, we're just waiting. Now we're just waiting for this official roster, and then we go dissect the shit out of it. But so far, there has been nothing.
That David Long got me. um, that part. Yeah.
Deion Jones got released. That's another guy we could get. Ex Jonathan Abram is gone. Jonathan Abram got cut. I would definitely make a claim of Darius Rush off waivers. He was just waived. Shout out to Port. We might get Smith again. Okay. Like I said, hit that like button. We're simulcasting on two different channels, mine and Raider Twuan's channel. So wherever you are, please hit that like button. Also subscribe if you're new. And yeah, we're just waiting on the official roster. Apparently, it's supposed to be here in like 2 minutes or something, but we go see.
And those
Yeah,
those that are on Raider Twuan, if you have not subscribed to SC, you know what I'm saying, Experience, go ahead and quit playing with yourself and subscribe.
and go subscribe to that boy Raider Twuan, man, if you don't mind. You feel me? New content creator that just started this season, and we need to get his numbers up, man. He deserves it. Facts, I see. I wanted Deion Jones just to start a free agency. I like Deion Jones. Long and Wilkerson were handpicked. The Raiders and Ravens are the only teams left to release their 53-man. Damn, we're waiting last minute. Everybody else has released it. So, we're just waiting. It's a waiting game. Come on, Raiders.
They probably trying to figure out what Patriot they want to keep.
There's nothing.
Shout out to Ozzy, the Port Adelaide Raider. Good to see you, man.
Yep. another thing to monitor. We played the Bills week 2, I believe, and Von Miller will not be there. Von Miller is injured, and he doesn't look like he's gonna play week 2. So
We
that's
need
something to look at when it comes to it. It says the Bills are planning to have pass rusher Von Miller begin the season on the reserve pup list as he recovers from a torn ACL. Source said he's out for the first 4 games, so he will not be there for the Raider game, which is good for us because we know Von Miller on the Bills is scary, and I'm glad this helps us. But speedy recovery to him. I never want to wish any
that.
injury upon anybody.
That's smart for them
Yeah,
because what they're trying to do is they're trying to save him for when the games really matter. You know what I'm
matter.
saying?
Yup.
And if they can keep him healthy, you know what I'm saying? Like get not I don't want to say give him the 4 games off or whatever, but keep him healthy enough to where at the end of the season when they're pushing for the playoffs, he's actually on the field. That even, you know what I'm saying? So that's a smart play for them.
Facts. Ready to trade with the Donkeys and Chargers before releasing the roster. Bills not having Emmett anymore. Yeah, they don't have Tremaine Emmett, Von Miller. It's gonna be an interesting game between the Bills. I think it's gonna be a shootout regardless. Um, Facts, LMAO. Salute to everybody that's in here. We're just waiting for 53. Apparently, the Raiders and the Raiders and Ravens are the only ones that haven't. Uh,
So we know now. Let's because we're still getting to know this regime, right? So
mhm.
we know now that this organization will do business with the division rival. So you know what I'm saying? We might trade something with the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to say, "Oh no, we ain't gonna trade with them," or that ain't gonna happen because we know we don't trade with. No, this organization already let us know we do business with the division rival.
Is that the Patriot way? The Patriots right now are trading a lot too. Them.
Yeah. It I God I I'm kind of worried now, dog,
Why?
on how this roster really is going to.
Yeah, I am too. I don't
If
know
you
what's
tell
gonna
me
happen.
people like David Long is on the roster and you know, I,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's very it's a scary. It's like you don't know what you can expect with the rest of the roster. And at this point, bro, I would not doubt it if like Zamir, Brandon Bolden make the team and
you know, and
and
I think Zamir will make the team.
I think he will. I think I had him on the 53. I'm not sure if I did or did not. Oh no, I said don't be surprised if he does make the team.
Oh, okay,
I have to check my list. Let me check it.
because they were definitely force feeding him. I think Damian Williams had no chance of making this team because they didn't even give him. I don't even think they were thinking of, you know, giving him that shot. You know what I'm saying? I think they just brought him in here to keep, you know what I'm saying, other running backs healthy.
I put that. Don't be surprised. For him. Because of David Lockjaw, you guys super overreacted. Zabir is a good backup, not a starter. Hell nah. Eric, who do you think our captains are gonna be? Max Crosby, Chandler, Jimmy Garoppolo, Colton Miller,
It
Devontae.
Gabe is it's not an overreaction when you're running you know what I'm saying, cornerbacks that are eventually one of them are going to go down and get hurt. That it would be lovely to say, you know what I'm saying, Marcus Peters, Jacorian Bennett, and Nate Hobbs are going to be our our corners from week 1 to week 17, but that's not the case. So when you have somebody that has shown on tape that the fundamentals are not there, and we're trotting that person out, it's a cause for concern.
Mhm. Still no update on that. We're still the last team to drop 53. Damn, why are we so like last? Like the fuck? Raiders, what are you guys cooking up, man? What are you guys doing? I think David Long made it because Faison might be injured still. David King, Amik, same thing. Long and Shelly have both had good camps. Negative, yeah. Uh, things. I'm trying to see. Damian Williams has waived a couple. No, yeah, Damian Williams is gone. Is better than Bolden. He has to take that spot. Damian Williams got waived. I think 2 hours ago. I
Yeah.
think 2 hours ago. Not sure. That sucks. Yeah. You know, there is one thing about Amik. Amik does tackle better. He does tackle better. Raiders do everything last minute. Damn shame. Um, so no final 53 has been announced. No, the Raiders and Ravens are the last one to drop their 53. Everybody else has dropped their 53. I'm ready to write down what I think about this pending list. Come on, Raiders. Two teams that haven't released 53 might be cooking up a trade. Patrick Queen? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Before everybody gets their hopes up, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Traded with the Queez and now slow news on the roster. What a fun day. We should have we should have kept another backup over Long Jr. Now we're done for sure. Depressed Raider fan, man. Always bringing the depressed comment. That's the bro though. That's the bro right there. Feels like my teachers back in high school when I was late on an essay. Patrick
And
Quinn got cut. Whoa.
and I got, you know what I'm saying, I've been on the whole I've been strongly on our depth because for years that's we've been dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? Our starters are okay, our starters are good, or whatever you want to classify our starters as. But then as soon as one of those people go down, we're done. So that's why I'm hard on our depth, because I'm tired of, you know what I'm saying, I'm tired of one of our players going down, or, you know what I'm saying, nicked up for that game, and they're, you know, they're not good to return that game, and then we have some guy that ain't getting the job done. We should want better, and, you know what I'm saying, be better.
Facts. I'm just waiting on
Especially if Ziegler and them are supposed to be you know, improving his team.
still nothing. Damn. They taking. At this point, it's not gonna come out till like 5 o'clock. Yeah, it's nothing.
The only thing that's kind of lightweight saving us in the secondary is our safeties. But in that situation, you know what I'm saying? Like you that's still bad. If we're allowing the play to get to our safeties.
It's literally nothing, 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 nothing.
It's one.
We're releasing the roster like how SC released content for 2 months. Yo! Uh, Raiders always take their sweet ass time with stuff. Again, this team operates with great running scheme, not great running back. I agree. If you know who actually made the team, but he could have very well have made it over Webb and Cosby and an injured face on, which I would keep long anyway. So that's why it's an overreaction. Bam Bam Circus with the knockout punch. Cause Long was better than Azazi Hearn, Ike Brown, Duke Shelley, etc. You said Long did better than Shelley? That's crazy. I don't think he did better than Shelley. Personally, I think. A meek specialty.
Even
Raiders taking long to do press conference. I'm not surprised they haven't released anything yet. Can't wait to see uh, a James Ball DT and a middle linebacker all year long. I mean, special teams and backup slot corner. Yeah, he's backup slot corner. Damn, they
This
taking long. This shit's crazy how long they're taking.
look, I'm not.
Let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me try to find. Oh, there's nothing. Nothing so far. I'm just sitting back and waiting. I know I was wrong somewhere. I just want to know where. Shelly didn't press at all in preseason. I'm just sitting back and waiting. I know I was wrong somewhere. I just don't want to know. Oh, I already read that. Long as Shelly had good camps, so while that we using the last preseason game to really pinpoint the contribution and overall skills. Probably putting in a claim for Nicholas Marr. I don't think they cancel tomorrow. Let me see. I wish I had like some music to play, but YouTube be copywriting the shit out of things.
You're using.
Shelly gave up bigger plays. Ozzy, I don't know if you're talking about the Cowboys game. If you're talking about the Cowboys game, everybody was getting beat all over the field. Everybody allowed yardage. I mean, the guy put up 400 yards, and I doubt that was only one person, right? And if you're talking about Shelly in the other two games, Shelly against the Rams, he had he allowed a 68.1 QBR rating. So I don't know if we're watching the same game, Ozzy, or like you're pinpointing the Cowboys game. But if we look at the other two games, even with the Niners, it didn't go above 70. So overall, he had two good games, a horrible game. That if we're really gonna count every single preseason. But if we're just talking about the last game, then yeah, obviously, yeah, Shelly got his ass whooped.
Do you have David Long's?
David Long, let me see. David Long Jr. against the Rams only got targeted twice, and they caught one for 8 yards, and it was a 60.4 QBR rating. But he only had two. Shelly got targeted 6 times, and only allowed 35 yards in those 6 times, 68.1. Amari Burney allowed 3 for 5 for 32 yards. Amik Robertson allowed 3 for 5 for 38 yards. A pass block, a pass breakup, and a dropped interception. An 83.8 QBR rating when targeted against the Rams. Who else? Well, another corner, Tyler Hall. One for when they targeted him once. They caught it, but it was for -3 yards and a 34.8 QBR rating. But I think that's when they were doing a screen or something, if I'm not mistaken. Marcus Peters only got targeted once and got a pass breakup and a 39.6 QBR rating. So there's and let me see the Niner game. Let me see if I can pull up the Niner game.
Yeah. Hey, look, I just hope I just hope they play better than that.
I hope so too.
I definitely don't want to see that again. Like that was
Facts.
plenty of times that he could have took care of it himself and it wasn't good.
It doesn't show me for the Niners one.
Was
Yeah, it
not
does.
good.
Let me see. Give me a second. Raiders. Oh. Yeah, I don't see nothing there. When was the deadline? An hour ago.
Right?
An hour ago. We're still the last team to drop anything.
These fools, man, they get fired.
Andre Jim's gonna be an all pro. Damn, that would be amazing, right? Shout out to 54 people in here, man. If you guys can't hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. We're just waiting on the list. Once we get the list, we're gonna analyze it and then we're out of here. But we're just waiting on the list.
Whoever runs their social media they need to get cut off the 53.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, Shelly was better than Long by in my opinion from a mile. Could they be deciding between starting Jimmy or AOC? Nah. SC. So who is on the roster so far apart from Long and obvious starters? So as of right now, we know Wilkerson has made the roster. We know Damian Williams got cut. Sam Webb got cut. Also, David Long Jr. made the roster, like you said. Amik Robertson made the roster. Curtis Bolton made the roster. Who else made the roster?
You talking about people who made it or people who got cut?
He's asking like who made it and who got cut and who's the
Keisha Cole got cut.
Keisha Cole got cut. Drake Thomas got
Thomas
released. Yep.
got released.
Jaquan Johnson gone. Isaiah Rochelle gone. Neil Farrell Jr. obviously traded. Damian Williams got cut. So yeah, there's only like 4 names that are in it. Nesta has made the final 53. It's another one. Yeah, Curtis Bolton made it. I knew he was gonna make it. He was looking really good out there. Bro, what's up with these Raiders, bro? The fuck? This shit's insane.
Hey, honestly, I've been saying it. You know what I'm saying? Cole, no surprise. You know what I'm saying? But people wanted to, get on me because I was saying, Keisha Cole wasn't gonna make the team. Shout out to Gravy.
Yeah, At this point, I'm gonna just hold on. I'm gonna just get in my chair. We're just waiting.
Hey,
Just-
hey, the boss with the sauce. Good to see you, man. Alfredo.
this is all Raider fans right now, bro. We're just waiting.
Hey, so nah, I can't even say that. I was egalitarian. Good to see you, man.
Shout out to everybody in here, Dan. Shout out to everybody in here, man. Raider Nation in the building. Do better than long. That's a fact. Shout out to Alfredo, like he said. Panda YT. I don't know if I saluted you yet, but shout out to Panda YT. Yeah. Keisha Cole is the perfect description. Shout out to Prime Timer 85 in the building.
I've been
SC, you're yeah. Well, go ahead.
no, I've been calling Keelan Cole Keisha Cole for a while, so that it just rolls off the tongue when I talk about that person. So yeah, Keisha Cole.
He says, SC, you saying Drake Thomas and Rochelle were waived? Yeah, they were gone. They got sent to the gulag. Did Isaiah Palomar make the roster? We don't know yet. But I would say he did because Jaquan Johnson already got released. So it kind
Now
of goes
what?
in both directions.
Now, for the sake of conversation, you know what I'm saying? Since we're kind of like in a hold, for the ones that are cut, which players would you like to see on the practice squad?
Sam Webb.
Mhm.
Sam Webb. I would like Philip Dorsett, but I know he's gonna go somewhere else either way, so that's off. I would say Sam Webb. I would say what I say Isaiah Isaac. Yeah, I think Isaac too. You know what? I'll say Isaac Rochelle and Drake Thomas. I think out of everybody that got released, I think Damian Williams gets another team. Um, Sam Webb obviously back on the practice squad. Drake Thomas practice squad easily. Isaac Rochelle another practice squad. Yeah, them three out of everybody. Everybody else could go.
I
What about
liked
you?
Rochelle. I liked Rochelle. I just felt that he had a really tough hill to climb. You know what I'm saying? He was, you know, I guess battling it with Kuntz or whatever. But obviously they're gonna lean towards Kuntz. Um, but yeah, I like what I saw. Um, you know what I'm saying, when Rochelle was there.
Right, literally.
We the people said Cam Sims as the backup.
Yeah, we're just waiting at this point, y'all.
That could be a possibility. Even Terrence said it. Cam Sims could be practice squad.
Yeah, there's yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah, and you think Dorsett will get picked up somewhere?
I think so. I think so. I think so.
I don't think, because what, he was with the Patriots, then he went to the Texans, right? Yeah, I think it was the Texans. I think he was with the Texans, and then we got him. I don't know who would want him. Because that means he would have to pick up a whole new playbook. Yeah. I could see them trying to get him on the practice squad.
Mm-hmm. Was Dalton Wagner cut? Does the make? Well, we don't know yet. Egalitarian. We're still waiting on the 53. The Ravens and Raiders are still the only teams to not drop the 53. I don't know what's taking long. Maybe a trade. Some are speculating. Others are just saying they're slow as fuck. But we're just waiting. We're just waiting. I'm refreshing my phone. Nothing so far. Yeah, nothing so far.
They
We're underdogs against the Broncos, by the way. You guys didn't know. Raiders about to lose a draft pick for taking so long.
hey, for real. For real, all of that. That's probably why they had to get a 6 off of Farrell. Because they knew they was gonna lose a pick. No, I was playing.
Bro, come on. Yo, who the fuck is running this account, bro? I'm DMing him right now. That's it. It's done. Release the damn final roster already. Facts, huh?
Off the topic, but yeah.
I wish I had a song. Do I have a song? Hold on. Here, let me. Oh, I'm probably. I don't want to get copyrighted. I remember they copyrighted me for this last time.
I wish I was able to queue up some of my little stuff.
Press said I run the account. Nesta did make it on the 53. Congrats to Nesta J. You know, made the 53. Let me see. I'm just clicking the audio. Damn. 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 Maybe this gives it good luck. This shit slap.
I'm not around for that.
Maybe this gives good luck. This is what we do while we wait for this shit, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. Like, fuck it out. Just drop the shit already.
Hey, okay. So we were talking about the defense, and I'm back, y'all. So based on what you saw, guys, in the preseason, what is your confidence in this in the overall defense? You know what I'm saying? What is your confidence? 1 to 10. Give me 1 to 10, you guys. What is your overall confidence of the defense you saw? Before you.
That's an interesting question. I think. He says 6. And YT says 6. About 6. And he says I'm still very skeptical of Graham. Max Crosby and Devontae are still on the bubble. My confidence on the D line is like 8.510. Defense should be improved. Confidence is a 6.5. Need to see more. So around 6, SC got them stilts in his shoes. For some reason, Graham lets QBs run wild. 6.5. I liked what I saw as a whole, but need to see if the defense can clamp down consistently. We went from Rock Ya-Sin to David Long. We're fucked. The D line is a 8.5, linebacker is 6.8, and the cornerbacks are 7.5. Depends on if some guys step up at DT. Interesting. A little bit of like the 6 range, 7 range.
Yeah. So if is and I keep seeing in 6.5, right? So 6.5. If we put a letter grade on that, that would be a D.
Yeah, that would be a D.
That would be a D. Because that's 65%. You know what I'm saying? 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65%. 65 So are we going to be happy with our defense being a D? Now, I'm not saying that, of course they can get better, and yes, they can improve. This coaching staff can, but if they don't move from there, that's what we get.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to be really relying on this offense. Again, seems like we're doing the same trend that we've been doing for the past 20 years, expecting for this offense to carry us. So I again, I hope they do well. I hope these ain't the final moves, and that's why, I'm saying, it's not like a complete, like, oh, we're oh my gosh, we're done. But there got to be some better moves.
He says 6.5. My real confidence is in the offense, about a 9. As long as our defense is slightly better than last year, do we have the final 53 yet? No, Tango. We're still waiting.
But
Patrick Graham, Paul Gunther, same team.
and who was that? Kukev said that.
Yeah.
It sounded like Kukev when you read it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's right. Like, what did we have? You know what I'm saying? Before this regime, our defense was about a D, right? Like, and maybe I'm wrong, but our defense was somewhere in that ballpark. So
Damn,
I just hope things do get better. I really do. Because we definitely, it looks like it's got better, but yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing.
Yeah.
I told everybody, man, I got no expectations for this following year. So for me, I'm just going day by day, week by game week, game by game. That's me. Development on the D line will make our confidence ratings go up. Love the Bolitnikov jersey. I appreciate that. You already know, man. Hold on. Y'all see his signature right there, man. I had to get these signed. You feel me? You feel me? Hopefully Hall of Famer. Just do it already. You feel me?
Gabe, I don't agree with all the minuses, but I do agree with you in that, where there is a slither of improvement, but it's still it still ain't good.
I agree with you there, Dirty. It's kind of crazy that there's a lot of debates going on about our depth, and last year a lot of our debates were based on the starters. That's actually insane. Thinking about it, last year a lot of us were debating on the starters, and this year we're debating on depth. So that's a good thing, right? That's a step in the right direction, I guess you could say. Um, at the end of the day, I got confidence in a lot of players on this team, man, that are starters, and hopefully they stay healthy, right? Um, but most importantly, is the direction they're going in is a direction that none of us know where the fuck they're going at. We could speculate that, oh, they're gonna try to make the playoffs next year, or they're gonna try to do this, that, and third, but nobody knows what they're doing. Let's be honest. Whatever they always do something that we're all just like, what the fuck just happened? Besides Max, the MVP of on the D will be Robert Spillane. Okay, that's an interesting take, prime timer. I would not doubt it. Robert Spillane's a really good run defender, and he's getting a little bit better as covers, but hopefully he fixes that right. I've taken two shits already, and in the final 53 still ain't out. What starters we have at cornerback? Marcus Pierre. I forgot. Cool Kev hates old people. Like, Cool Kev it's crazy because Cool Kev is like the same age as these guys. It's just crazy to me. Cool Kev is exactly the same age as these guys, and he calls them like it's crazy to me.
he
But
believes in cheap labor.
but Marcus Peters is the starter. Nate Hobbs is the starter. Obviously, maybe you know what this means. This might mean that Jacorian Bennett might be the starter outside on the outside. With all the speculation of Duke Shelley and David Long and Amik and this whole battle between them, doesn't that mean that somebody like Jacorian Bennett that his name is not on the like
I
oh we don't know if they're gonna get it or not. And
yeah,
he didn't even play this. Yeah, but
there was reports that he was that he actually was getting the starter reps, and I'm saying I think it's really going to come down to Marcus Peters on one side, Jacorian Benny on the other side, and Hobbs, I'm saying, in the slot.
yeah,
But then behind that is, you know, you got a Meek, and then you got Shelley and David Long that we know
Tango.
of.
I feel that. Shout out to he says Colts and Eagles only kept 4 wide receivers each. That's interesting. My first Raider game was I'm a very old Raider fan. I feel that Jacorian carries himself like he is starter. He does. His confidence, and I don't even think he played in the last preseason game. That shows you a lot. That shows you a lot. My first Colts and Eagles. Colts kept only 4 wide receivers. That's really weird. Does that mean my boy Michael Pittman over there, man? Fight on, fight on, fight on.
Run game.
So they kept, yeah.
3 tight end sets.
He said his first Raider game was the 1970 Raiders game. Damn. So you've been through the highs and lows. You've been through you've seen them highs. I wish I could say the same. I've been my whole lifetime has been nothing but lows, man. I'm 22, and for the past 20 years we haven't done shit. So you could do the math on that. I was 2 years old the last time we did anything. Still nothing. Still, I don't know what's taking. I dead ass don't know what's taking them.
Dang, shout out to him.
Oh, I forgot. Nesta J. Severa was the one that poured water on Caleb Williams. I just it just clicked in my head and I just seen a picture. I forgot Nesta J. Severa was the one that Caleb Williams ended up going to their sideline and he grabs the Gatorade bottle and he throws it at Caleb Williams' face. I forgot about that. That is him. As a USC fan, fuck you. As a Raider fan, welcome to the dark side. Welcome to the Raiders, man. I'm gonna be supporting you. You know we're gonna run over the Broncos all night. That's a fact.
I think my boo said that he has the Raiders 45-17 against the Broncos.
I would love that. Oh my god, I would love that. Caleb Williams going to the Cardinals, most likely, or he might stay another year. Me personally, I wouldn't stay another year because then you're going to the Big Ten after that, and yeah.
And I think that might. I'm not saying that they're gonna score that much, but I think that might be even giving them a little props at this point because they look bad during preseason. The Broncos.
Fact. Yeah, just still nothing. Still nothing. I refreshed it like 10 times. Hey, Eric, remember my cousin Zach Branch and Zion Branch? Yeah, you did say that. Shout out to Zachariah and Branch though.
Hey,
Shout
doesn't
out to
he play?
Zachariah Branch.
Who does he play for?
Branch,
Yeah.
USC.
Okay. I was like, I was like, I heard that name the other weekend.
Look, Branch's nephew right there.
Yeah.
Really good, bro. I know he did against San Jose State, but like, he looked good, man. 200 purpose yards. He ran a touchdown back for a kick return. He also received one. He looked good, man. He's quick. He's quick. You
Yeah.
see the speed. You see the speed.
Shout out to San Jose State, even though we know that we was gonna get murdered anyway, but shout out to them at least put 7 on the board. You know what I'm saying? At least they put a 7 on the board. More than 7, I'll say it like that. You know what I'm saying? Against a team like that.
Personally, I think it was more of a win for you guys, bro. There's no excuse for the USC to allow that many points to go up on the board. If you're a 6th ranked team in the nation, play like it. And for me personally, even though they won, they didn't look too good.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy to say because they scored over 40 points, but still they didn't look too good.
Yeah.
The defense looked oh my god, the defense looked horrible, but I'm not gonna even get into that. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that, man. We appreciate that, man. Much love to you, man. Much love to you.
If you have not, you know what I'm saying, please take the moment to subscribe to both of our channels. You know what I'm saying, SC Experience and Raider Twuan, on both platforms.
Facts. Terrence, where are you seeing that, Terrence? Terrence says reports are coming in that more trades for the Raiders may be looming right now. You know what? Like, I kind of have to go, but I'm not going, bro. I want to be live for the breaking news, bro. I haven't been live for any breaking news in my YouTube career so far, bro. Literally, the Devontae Adams news when it dropped, I was live an hour before the news dropped. Then 10 minutes later, after I ended my live, I was backstage. I forgot who I was talking to, and then boom, the Devontae Adams.
I think it was Gabe.
Was it? It was like literally 10 minutes after my live was done that the Devontae Adams news dropped, and I was so fucking mad. I was so pissed because I was like, I just ended.
Yeah. Hey, Arkham, get at me on IG.
He said, "We'll just appreciate that. Graham better not get clowned by Sean Payton or he's gone. SC gonna have a 24-hour live at this point, waiting for the news."
Hey,
I swear, bro.
That look.
Still nothing. Still nothing.
Give me a second. I'm gonna pop me some more popcorn.
Bet that.
Oh.
Yeah, we're just waiting, y'all. He said, "No, leave and come back. You're hogging all the airtime right now. Are you going live? Who's going live? Anybody going live right now?" Because I have to low-key go. I might, you know what? I might have Twuan start a live after this. Who's going to week 4, actually? Week 4, the Charger game, right? Yep, you already know. He said, "SC just wants an out." Don't leave. I have to go, but I was supposed to go 30 minutes ago. Erick has been off for 3 months and 3 hours ain't gonna hurt. He said, "I might, since you don't want to check IG." Wait, what's IG? Hold on. Let me check my IG, bro. Hold on, bro. I've been on Twitter. I'm sorry. I've been on Twitter. Oh, I just checked. Damn, you sent me a message an hour ago. My bad, Dirty. I've been on Twitter. Refreshing every second. I've been on there. My bad. Bro, Dirty sent me a message an hour ago and I've barely seen it. Yo, my bad. My bad. You should have told me in the chat. You should have said check your IG, or did you? And I didn't see it. You should. You should. Watch SC leaving the news. I swear it's gonna happen. I swear it's gonna happen. Here, let me.
Good to see you, JB.
Yeah, good to see you, JB. You have to be Hollywood to answer messages. My bad, dude. I have to kind of go though. I did 3. Did you throw 3 messages? Let me see. Did he really say it 3 times? Am I dumb? Hold on, let me see. Let me scroll. Damn, I must be blind, bruh. Hollywood SU returns later, fellas. Have a good one, man. You have to call 3 people to get to Erick. Hey, leave me alone, bro. I deadass did not see the message, bro.
You gotta call his agent. You know what I'm saying?
Literally, you gotta call my agent. But I really don't want to go. But I have to go. Here, actually, you know what? Here, fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. For the culture.
For the culture.
For the culture. 30, join up. I sent you the link on DMs. I sent you the link on DMs. Fuck it. We go for it. If Twuan's okay with it, we're gonna go for another 30 minutes or so.
Hey, I got a couple of more minutes left in me, but we can roll. I'm still waiting on a phone call.
I'm cool with only a couple minutes too. Once you have to go, we'll end it. But I sent you the link, Dirty, if you want to join us for a little bit. It's only for a little bit until Twuan has to go or whatever. And then you have to pick up 3 hookers that used to babysit Erick. What the fuck? Carlos is cut. Stephanie. Who the fuck is Stephanie? You have to pick up 3 hookers that used to babysit. Oh, we already read that. Chat moves fast. Yeah, I did.
Stephanie?
I have no idea. He says Stephanie's outside waiting for Erick.
Oh. Yeah, well, hey.
I'm not effing leaving. Wolf of Wall Street. I know, right? I just know once we leave. I know for a damn fact they're gonna drop it. They're just waiting for me to end. I swear to God, they're just waiting for me to end.
While we waiting and everything, again, you guys know if you guys need prayer for you or your family members, hit me up on IG, Twuan TWUAN. You know what I'm saying? That just hit me up. I got you. And be a donor. Be an organ donor.
I think we're bringing a veteran linebacker. I feel it.
Did you get a chance to look at when our ones were against the Rams?
Yeah.
I mean, we all watched the game, but did you go back and like watch?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the first team offense, right, looked good. They look good. They went down the field. They did what they had to do. Jacoby Myers looked good. Jimmy Garoppolo's throw was a little bit underneath, but besides that, Jacoby Myers made the best of it. That shows his hands and his potential. Then you got Marcus Peters. He hardly got targeted, and the one time he got targeted, it was a pass breakup. Didn't even allow it to happen. So for him, that was good. Who else? Our defensive line was getting pressure a lot. I forgot who specifically though. Nesta Jade was one that shined. The safeties look good. I mean, of course, Palomar got an interception that game. Was there at the right time, and then you had. I don't think Merrick played. I don't think Merrick played at all this whole preseason. I haven't seen him.
He did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't really see it much.
But the safeties, you know what I'm saying, and that's probably one of the rooms that like I'm actually right now, like I'm high on is our safety room, and like in the safety room, if it's quiet, it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when certain players you like wide receivers, if they're quiet, it ain't good. But a safety, if you ain't hearing nothing from the safeties, you know what I'm saying, but they're out there, obviously, it's a good thing because that means they're doing their job.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to ECG.
The only time, you know what I'm saying, their name is they get called is like if they, intercepted or, you know what I'm saying, get burnt. You know what I'm saying? So it's it's one of those situations. So it being quiet is also a good thing.
Facts. Shout out to ECG though. Chris Jones looking for 100 million. Yeah, that's crazy. But we're just waiting on the 53. That's all we're waiting for. The best way to reach me is on my Instagram. Make sure you follow the Instagram for my. Oh wait, that's my Nightbot. Yeah. Oh, that's your Nightbot. Oh no, it's not my Nightbot. That's my Nightbot.
That's yours though.
That's my that I call him 90. That's 90 right there, man. That's 90 right there. We got somebody backstage, man. You see them in chat. I kind of didn't read his message till that, man. So that's my fault. It's my fault. You know me. You gotta talk to my agent ahead of me now. I'm Hollywood. According to everybody. Yeah, I'm Hollywood. But I just didn't see it. Like I said, I just been refreshing Twitter and stuff like that. But besides that, you already know, man. A big part. And I could never say. You know what? I'm gonna let him. I don't think he need no introduction, man. My boy here, man, always does them late nights all the time, man. And sometimes you know him as the late night king in a lot of places. My boy Dirty Raider in the building. What's good, Dirty?
What's good with you guys? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. My bad.
What's
My
up,
bad.
What's good with you, fam?
I'm killing, man. Shit. Long time no see, man. I ain't talked to you in a while.
Hey, I mean, it's been way too long, man.
But not as long as SC though.
It's been a very
Mr.
long
Mount
time.
Sack over here. Mr. Mount Sack.
It's been a long time, man.
Man, I bet you if I put in the message I was down on Fig, you would have saw it.
Probably. So my people are over there, man. They're over there. Figueroa, man.
Yeah. So if I was on Fig, you probably would have saw it. Nah. The Raiders do this shit every year, bro.
Yeah,
we don't get the roster till like late in the afternoon and shit, like 4:00. It'd be on like the 5:00 news and shit. Like, oh, the Raiders decided to release their roster at 5:00. Like, they're waiting for people to get off work. You know what I mean? People get the roster and be at work and be like, yep, I'm done for the day. I quit. I don't like this. I don't like that. I'll just go home. So the Raiders now just wait till people get off work. They don't want nobody quitting in the middle of the shift because they don't like the roster. So we'll see.
We're just waiting on it, but I think the news is going to drop after this ends. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I like this team. Y'all giving them like 6.5s and shit, bro. I'm giving them like a 7, nigga, like a C. They got like a C grade with me right now. You know what I mean? That's just because I don't see the whole roster. But I'm not mad with anybody they released. I'm not mad at Philip Dorsett being released. I'm not mad at the other guy being released. I told you they were possibilities last night. Y'all thought I was tripping. I told you. They didn't put enough on film. I don't care what you saw in one game. The players that were put on display for 3 games are the players they had the most faith in, and those were the ones that they really wanted to see if they were going to work out or not. It's not about one game. One game means nothing. How many times have you seen players in the NFL have a hell of a game and do nothing else the rest of their damn career? Fuck a one game. Especially against non-starters. I'm supposed to be impressed that you're a vet and you balled out against third string? That's supposed to impress me? Nah, bro, it don't. You know what impresses me? A player that's on the same level that shows that he's above and beyond where everybody else is at. That's impressive. But a guy who's been here 5, 6 years, I mean, you're not impressing me, bro. They're playing you against third stringers, bro. You're not impressing me. Not at all. I'm tired of mediocre. I'm tired of having old ass players that ain't about shit but a name. A name means nothing if there's no performance to back it up.
I feel that gravy. Hey, I don't know where my secretary at, man. They haven't hit me up yet. Shout out to Gravy though. I'm not mad at any releases. Two I liked was Drake Thomas, Sam Webb, which obviously I think both will make a practice squad. But if we're going for 4 linebackers, I just want to know the amount. That's the question for me. Is the amount in certain positions? How many linebackers are they bringing? How many corners are they bringing? How many? That's the question. And I'm just, um,
I told you I don't know. Yeah, I know you watched the show last night because I saw you in. But me and Twuan told
towards
you,
the end. Yeah.
and even y'all wanted to argue me last night about Drake Thomas. Well, who won the argument? I told you
The
he
Drake
wasn't going to
Thomas
beat
one I
me.
wasn't there for. The Drake Thomas
Oh
one. I was
yeah,
there.
I'm just
I was
Twuan knows. The whole chat argued me Drake Thomas all last night, and I told you. Now look, Patrick Queen just got released. I told you there was a possibility. That's why we wasn't going to trade for him. And if we sign him off of waivers, who would you rather have, Queen or Thomas?
So he
A
did
guy
get
with
cut.
experience versus a guy with none.
Interesting. I did not know he actually did get cut. I know some people were saying it earlier, but I didn't really check. He said, check your IG again. I did check my IG. There's nothing there. You guys just making me check my IG for no reason. Yo. Uh he says, shout out to Raider Takeover. My boys, I miss y'all. Is Duke Shelley gone yet? No, we don't know anything about that. We just know that Meek's there, Sam Webb's gone, and David Long Jr. made the 53. But shout out to Raider
Who's there?
Takeover in the building.
Who's there? What,
What?
number 21 is still there?
Yeah, Meek's
I
in there.
wonder why. I wonder why.
That's a bad look if Queen got released, damn. Yeah. But sometimes people need a clean slate, you feel me? I know you're happy over on me. You happy.
Bro, of course I am. I have to do this every year. I have to do this every single year. I did it this rookie year. I did it last year. I had to do it this year. Just saying. I honestly, I get what they're looking for, what they want, but a lot of people ignore what they see. Or they hate a player so much they don't want to give him credit for anything that he does, so they're blind to the fact. All they focus on is the terribleness. But it really ain't that much. Okay, he's small. So the fuck what? That's all you can really say is he's small. But you can't say anything else. You can't say he don't try to make tackles. You can't say he's getting pushed around. I mean, what do you want the kid to do? He wasn't targeted a lot throughout the preseason. I wonder why. Maybe because he was sticking onto his wide receiver like he's supposed to. Just saying, man. Like, if you're gonna really look at football, you might want to look at it from a coach's perspective every now and then. And if you can't do that, then I understand. And then you just have an opinion. But don't argue with me about something that I'm telling you is a very, very strong possibility just based on what I see. I am a defensive coach. That's what I focus on more than anything else is defense. And what I saw from these players that got cut is the reason they got cut. You just don't got it. Now, would I be okay with these guys on the practice squad? Of course I'd be okay with them on the practice squad. It gives them a full year in the actual system, and then maybe next year they can actually be better or be what some of you guys think they can be. But right now, they're not that. They're just not that. And that's okay. It's not to say they'll never be that, but right now, they're not that.
I feel that. Peters will help Meek, Hobbs, and Nickel. And I think a mix behind Nate Hobbs. I mean, I said it yesterday, right? I said don't be surprised if Meek makes it. He's right there. Like, it's just a quick to y'all. If you guys didn't see the live yesterday, I made for a 53-man prediction. I said don't be surprised if he makes it. Don't be surprised if he makes it. I don't think. Don't be surprised if Teamer makes it. I know a lot of people don't want Teamer, but best believe
That's if
that
they
boy's a
keep
special
5
team.
safeties, though. That's
Yeah.
if they keep 5 safeties.
Because as we know right now, Jaquan Johnson is gone. That's the one safety so far gone. The rest are still up in the air. We're still waiting. Like I said, that it hasn't been dropped yet. Queen is still in Baltimore. Dirty SC. What's good, Dirty Eric? I got a
Look,
for sure. I have to go.
Palomalu is better than Teamer. He has a higher upside than Teamer. And he plays better special teams than Teamer.
Yeah, I like Isaiah Palomar, man. Yeah, everybody knows how I feel about Isaiah Palomar. That's somebody I've been advocating for all the
Does
time.
Teamer have an interception of any kind, anywhere, ever?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think.
No, he doesn't. But Palomalu has a pick 6.
Shout out to another Raider Nate. He says Meek the GOAT. Shout out to another Raider Nate in the building. Shout out to
I
everybody.
wouldn't call him the GOAT, but I'd call him the dog.
Because team are also good at special teams.
I hold the same. I hold the same. I'm keeping the same energy, like everybody likes to say. Same thing like I said last year. Amik is if Amik is the last corner, you know what I'm saying, on this roster, then we got a solid team. So I see him having a spot on this roster. I'm not saying he's the last corner, but I'm just saying he deserves a spot on this team.
Yeah, I wouldn't call him the last guy on this roster.
No, I'm not calling him that. I'm just saying if that's the case, I still feel like he deserves a spot on this roster.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, he'd be like number 4.
Yeah.
You know, because you got Jacorian Bennett, you got Peters, you got Hobbs. Yeah, that would make Meek the 4th. There's no way in the world you can tell me that Shelley is better. I don't see it. He might be better in the long run, but right now he's not. It's not to say things can't change. Things always and must change. Nothing can stay the same, especially if you want to last in the NFL. But right now, it's not that.
Shout out to Aces. As we know now, most likely we know who's going to be the starters. I mean, I would, if I took a good guess, it would be obviously Marcus Peters, Nate Hobbs, and Jacorian Bennett. Obviously, I think that's the 3 starters locked in. And then the backups, of course, as we know now, Meek's probably going to back up Nate Hobbs. David Long Jr. is probably going to be the backup, depending on who we keep, because there's a little bit of rumors happening about Tyler Hall might sneak his way into the 53 and be above certain players. So that's another guy to kind of a dark horse, I would say, in this race. Agree, Amik is the 4th, 5th cornerback, depending on who else. I think he's the 2nd behind Nate Hobbs as far as that position goes. But as far as overall, yeah. If Faison's healthy, Amik no fight. I don't know how bad Faison's injury is, but I know it's bad enough for him not to be there right now. So,
yeah, I think Hall slides in right behind Bennett. I think he's Bennett's backup.
Facts. And
I don't know who's going to be Marcus Peters' backup. Shit, they could take a chance on Desmond King if they want to.
Yeah, that's another one.
You know, they could take a chance on Desmond King if they want to. And I think that might be the only reason somebody like a Shelley makes the roster. Truthfully, is because tomorrow you can claim waivers and add whatever's on your team to your practice squad. So it would be a good way of holding on to Shelley, knowing that, hey, look, there's other defensive backs, corners that are getting waived that we probably have more faith in, but if we put Shelley out on the market, we may not get him back. So yeah, he may make the roster, but there's no guarantee that he's going to stay on the active roster.
Yeah.
It's just the easier way of sliding him to the practice squad without taking a chance of losing him in waivers.
Yeah, I feel that.
And
And
and and, and,
what? Mhm.
and for me, I just don't feel comfortable with, you know what I'm saying. I will start face on was starting to grow on me, but I'm not okay with going into, you know what I'm saying, going into the season with the banged up corner. You know what I'm saying, and him holding the spot because with him being banged up.
And it sucks that it sucks that I kind of can't be live for the drop of the 53. I don't know if Dirty's gonna go. Once again, I'm sorry for kind of not looking at Instagram, but uh, I have to go, and Twan has to go too. But I don't know if Dirty, you're gonna do something. Let them know if you're doing something, or your channel stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a strong possibility. I'm just monitoring the lines right now.
Mm,
But it's a strong possibility. I might come back.
bet that,
The only thing is I don't have my computer with me. All I have is my phone, so it's kind of hard to stay updated on everything when I only got this one thing in front of me.
Yeah.
Feel that. Well, let them know where they can find you, Dirty, and any final thoughts about. I mean, I know the 53 hasn't been dropped yet, but of so far.
I mean, you can find me at Life of the Nation, LI. How to spell life. You know how to spell but it's the Nation, DA, like Devontae Adams Nation. So,
Hell yeah, hell yeah! Shout out to the 70 plus in here, man. If you guys can, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and subscribe to everybody on my panel, man. And I appreciate you guys for coming here. Twan, any final thoughts and where they can find you for the people that are on my channel?
I mean, shout out to everybody that is on both of these channels. Please subscribe to all of my brothers that are here on the panel. They all create great content. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, quit playing with yourself. Subscribe to Raider Twuan. And then if you are on IG, you know what I'm saying, you can definitely link up with me on IG too. If you need prayer for you or your family members, hit me up on IG at Twuan TWUAN TWN. I again, we're gonna have to just wait and see how it fully shakes out. You know what I'm saying, and hopefully, these guys step it up and do better. You know what I'm saying, defensively, and I think that's kind of our biggest concern is on the defensive side of the ball. I think offensive side, I think we pretty honestly we're set. But it's going to be interesting to see who they actually really select for who they're keeping for their offensive line. So I'll be definitely be watching that. I gotta go. But I'll definitely there might be a possibility I might pop up on somebody else's live or pull up a live when I get back. So
Okay, then.
definitely stay tuned, you guys.
Of course, of course, of course, and I appreciate you guys for hopping on, man. And of course, for me, SE experience, I'm back. You feel me? And no vacation no more. Shout out to J Things in there and everybody that's in here. Hit that like button on the way out. For me, I will be on somebody else's channel later on today at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10, 11, 12 midnight for the East Coast. Dirty Low, of course. I'm gonna be on Dirty Low's channel later on. So if you want to know my perspective on the 53 man, by then I should know everything. It should be dropped by then anyways, and it's probably gonna drop. I already know how this is gonna happen. I'm about to predict the future. In the next 10 minutes it's gonna drop, and I'm gonna be not live, and I'm gonna be mad as fuck, and I'm probably yeah at the end of the day. So I appreciate you guys. Damn, Messi doing a double header. I know, man. I'm back, like I said, and I think stay tuned because I don't think I'm gonna be live for the rest of the week, but I will be on somebody else's channel. I think on Friday. It's still up in here. I'll let you guys know on Discord, Instagram. Go check all that out. On that note, yeah, and you'll probably see me on other people's channel as well here and there. I appreciate you guys. Blessings to you guys and your families, man. Remember, tough time never lasts, but tough people doing you good also tell people. Remember to tell your loved ones you love them because life is too short. And again, appreciate you guys. You're a seasonal guy. Don't even say that. But shout out to everybody. And if you're new here, like I said, once again, subscribe to Raider Twan, to SE Experience, and Life of the Nation. Dirty Raider, aka Dirty Raider, man. And on that note, y'all, we are out. Peace.